the next morning.
Give me strength. Wind. Here. Let's go. Stick. Come on. Take this.
Finally! God damn, that took bloody forever! I actually had to stop recording and come back another day. And I'm 5 minutes into this recording. You've got to be kidding. I finally got a Serenity Power. It just makes me laugh that on the 40, 50 and 60 hit milestones, there's a 10% chance to get a Serenity Power. And yet when I wasn't even trying, I get this early on in the video. I've got like over 2 hours of footage to edit, and most of that is going to just be cut footage, because I'm recording mainly just for the pickups that we need, and level ups. Yeah, this is a new day. Good lord. I actually need about 6 more of those, but screw it, I'm done for now. Let's go make our staff. Other than some of the other drops that enemies can drop, mostly when it comes to items like high potions, ethers, elixirs, normal potions, stuff like that, or any synthesis items that I'm not actually going out my way for, those are the ones I haven't shown off. It's just the ones that we were going for in order to continue making what we're making, because so far we've seen every other pickup that I've got, and that's what's needed. What the hell is Donald doing up there? Get down here. I am Rebel Duck. Well, we can finally make some stuff. Good lord. We finally have a Serenity Power in order to make the Experience Earring. So let's make... Wait, that's 3 dark matter. I think we should be fine. So we'll make that. The Rune Amulet. We'll make that. The Gaia Bangle. We'll make that. We've got a lot of stuff to check out. Of course, an Elixir. We have to make at least one of those to get it registered. Defense up. 3 stars. And the Crystal Crown. Baby, we've got power. We've made everything possible, but that's not all. We've got more stuff. Before we check that out, let's go mess with our equipment a tad. So let me go back to Oathkeeper for now. Actually, no, I'll go back to Divine Rose for power, and we'll have a little look around what we can do here. So that's HP, MP, and AP, Magic and Summon power. So let's see what we can actually change with that. I think I know what I'm going for. Look at the Crystal Crown! Raises max HP, MP, AP, Strength, and Defense! It's pretty much a better Moogle badge. I love it. Gives us an extra point of AP, gives us an extra 2 points on top of the Moogle badge for Strength, and 2 points Defense from the Moogle badge. Pretty good. I want it on Sora. Strength, Defense, and AP. I'm not entirely too sure what I could replace for that. But yes, we have an Experience Ring as well, which increases experience obtained by 20% and slightly raises max MP. And now we have the Earring, which just gives the 20% boost, which is what we just made. Yeah, the Experience Ring was actually more worth, and that's a completion bonus for 100 Acre Wood in Final Mix versions only. So, yeah, pretty sweet. We also had some other ones. I think we had the Atlas Amulet, which is raises max MP and Defense, so we get a lot more MP for that. We've got the Rune Amulet here, which is slightly weaker. So, you got the Magic Amulet, which is just 1 MP. Then you got 1 MP with 1 point defense. Then you got 2 MP with 1 point defense. Kind of crazy. The Gaia Bangle, HP and defense. It's a pretty substantial boost of HP, if I do say so myself. The Titan Chain, I think it was. Yeah, much more bigger boost on strength and defense. AP we kind of want though for Sora, let's be fair here. Got 3 stars, reduces all 3 resistance, it gives you resistances all 3 basic spells, and significantly raises defense. And I think that's it really. So I don't know what I can do with Sora at the moment. I mean, what's this one again? AP defense with fire resistance. Anything gives a... Oh, wow, the God Earring's just better. It will just take... It will give me AP. It will just take away my fire resistance. Which at this point isn't really that big of a problem. Tempting. Very tempting. It's nothing but a boost. I just lose my resistances. But then again, the Moogle badge. 1 defense for every other boost. But then again, we might want to spread them out to other characters as well. I mean, the rubber belt would give me more lightning resistance, so I'll just lose a point of defense. So it's kind of tough to make a decision. I might just go with the guard earring. A 20% fire resistance, though. Yeah, bugger it. Let's pop it on. I need the AP. So this is strength, defense, and AP. Moogle badge. Moogle badge is really good looking. I don't think I'm going to be able to remove the white fang. Yeah, I can't remove the white fang, so that's Sora for now. Angel bangle, that's HP and defense. I think we just got something a lot better than that. So let's have a little scroll through here. I'm looking at all the stats. I'm looking at the items. Yep, the Gaia bangle is just better in general. I'm guessing it's Angel bangle. It's Energy bangle, Angel bangle, and then Gaia bangle. Significant raises HP and defense. Yeah, that would probably be the best thing to give to Donald, because it's just an overall upgrade. Yep. Royal Crown is all resistances, max MP, but reduces strength, which is not really that big of a problem. But we could probably swap that out for something, but he would lose all of his resistances, which is a bit more of a thing to lose than anything else. I mean, Atlas Armlet would pretty much keep all of his stats the same, just buff up his stats in general, but he would lose all of his resistances, and I'm not entirely too sure if I want to do that. Because he doesn't need the free strength plus, he doesn't need the 2 defense plus at the moment. Especially since he now has, what's it called? Second chance. So, yep, I think that's all for Donald, just a basic upgrade. Goofy can't be touched. Wow, Goofy's too good. I mean, I guess if I was going to swap out the Defender for something, I might be able to swap the Holy Circlet or the Master Earring for something. But yeah, that's all the equipment thus far that we were able to make. Let's see what else we need. We're now up to 30. And I'm going to record the stuff that I need for the next lot as well, because the last 3 are kind of important. So yeah, we can actually make ourselves some Dark Matters now, and I think we need to make at least 3 to be on a good term with everything. But it's Mithrils, Gales, and Lucid Shards. You get Gales from the Invisibles and the Angel Wings, the Angel Stars, excuse me, in End of the World. Lucid Shards, they're dropped by Shadows. They might be a little bit tougher to find at this point, but you should be able to fight them pretty easily in Wonderland and Halloween Town. And, yeah, I've already said what Gales are. Mithrils, you can make those, and I've got 10 of them already, so that's not a problem. Megalixir, Lucid Gem, and Lucid Crystal, so I need more Lucid Crystals. That's from the Dark Balls. Lucid Gems, we already know what we get those from, so that's fine. Power Shards and Power Gems, not Power Stones, thank God. It's funny that, considering it's a power up, but there you go. Cosmic Arts, we need some Mithril Stones, so we gotta go get the, Pot Scorpion yet again, but that's more money for us, so that's not a big problem at all. And we got a ribbon, which we just need a bunch of gems. So no stones, so we don't really need to go out of our way for Final Mix exclusive enemies at this point, which is nice. Except for the Serenity Powers, which I need another 3. And I'm pretty sure I need another 3 on top of that. So I'm going to write all these down, plus I'm going to look online to see what the other 3 items are, because remember there are 33 items. Once we get past this milestone and complete up to 30, we get another trophy. Once we make them all, we get 1 more trophy. So this is probably going to be done mostly off screen. There's not going to be a lot of actual showing off going on right here, because like we've already got a couple of Frost Gems, we've got a couple of Thunder Gems, so I need to go back to Atlantica and grind up some Frost Gems from those jellyfish. Thunder Gems, same as well, I guess. So yeah, let me write all these down quickly.
A lot of boring math later.
Alright, so I need to actually grind quite a bit when it comes to the Final Mix exclusive enemies to get the other 3 that we can't exactly view right now. To put it simply, I need to get 3 all for the stones mostly, as well as Serenity Powers, because they're all from Final Mix exclusive enemies. I need 3 Power Stones, 3 Energy Stones, 3 Blazing Stones, basically 3 of every stone from what I currently have in my inventory right now. Because if I go down through here, it's like, say that the Experience Bracelet actually requires a few stones. Luckily, they'll knock me down to about, well, with Stormy Stone, I'll be knocked down to 0, but I'll be needing 3 for something else. For Dazzling Stone and Energy Stone, I need 5, but I'll be knocked down to 2 when I make this. And I actually need 3 additional, well, I need 1 additional Dark Matter, but thankfully we actually need to make that. So we'll make that now, so that's all done. And then we'll make this to get that out of the way. Because that's all we can make right now, and then we just gotta focus on making all this up. Yeah, very grind heavy episode, this episode. I don't even know how long it's gonna be, but there's a lot to cut out. So, yeah, so not really anything else to look at except for that experience bracelet that we just made. So yeah, this one gives us an experience by 30% boost, and it boosts strength and defense as well. So it gets better every time. 20% with no boost, 20% with magic, 30% with no magic, but with strength and defense instead. So yeah, kind of interesting on how that works. But experience, well, we're already level 72 and we've still got to do a lot of grinding. So I will be back once again. So I need 5 mystery goos as well, by the way, which means I'm going to have to go against some white mushrooms. So I've got loads to go grind at the moment. While grinding, I thought that I would try out the Trinity limit. All of our magic is gone, but it is a screen nuke. Let there be light! And it's knocked them all for a loop. Probably not the best thing to use against these guys, to be perfectly honest with you.
What follows is a brief instruction montage. Just then.
Wait, what? Huh? Glitch? The Red Trinity's back. But there's no chest up here, and I can't interact with it. What? But, I got it! For some reason, the Trinity mark has reloaded for some reason? That's a bit odd. That's very odd. That's a glitch. Alright, is it back here again? It isn't. So why did the Trinity load in at that point? Hang on. Do they use the Trinity as like a marker? Because this is such a massive room, you wouldn't know if you're going to get the Chimera or not. Depending on the enemy spawn, because White Knights always spawn when you land in front of this archway in the first place. Yes, the Trinity is a marker. If it loads, even though you already have it, which is a very odd way on doing a marker, to be perfectly honest with you, then the Chimera doesn't spawn if the Trinity is loaded. That is weird. Why would you use that as the marker? Because that would just confuse people that already have it. What the heck? That was quick. Oh my lord! That was an explosion of lights, and I got a blazing stone for it. I got another one! What is this battle right now? Am I going to get another one already? Oh, well, no. You've got defense up. Wow, this battle's really going in at the moment, ain't it? Oh, defense. Defense got a Donald up. Yes. That's how English works, apparently.
Meanwhile.
Oh, whoa! What? Where did that come from? A screwdriver or an aqua tank? I just got a rare drop. Funny that, considering I'm not exactly going for them yet again, or I don't really need them, but I just got a Thundiger ring. Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for probably the biggest grinding session I've ever had to record, other than my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke final grind for the Elite Four. That was my first Nuzlocke, by the way. Yeah, that was a doozy. But yes, in the last episode, we did half of what we had to do for the rest of our synthesis materials. We did our first cleanup hunt, and, well, we were able to pretty much have the semi-final 6 items available. But, as you pretty much saw, we've grinded for the last ingredients needed for the current 6 that we've got to make, and the final 3 after that. So, we're just going to make them all, and we're just going to have an equipment episode, because that's pretty much it. And you saw all those level ups as well. We got loads more HP, loads more magic and all that. Loads of AP as well. Equipment slots have not really changed. Equipment hasn't changed much either. They've just been tailored for the situation. Like I used the, I swapped out the guard earring for the Atlas armlet before, so I can have a bit more magic for using stop on the pink Agaricus. So, you know, I can attack it more often. Plus, abilities were tailored as well. Saw I got an AP up at some point, but my abilities are pretty much the same as what they were. Still got Strike Raid, so that's a thing. Goofy, however, has 4 AP that he doesn't really need, because I could slap on Treasure Magnet or Evolution, but he doesn't really need both of them, and I don't like having Evolution on, because that eats up his MP for just healing, and it's not really anything that I need to worry about, especially since Donald has, like, what, 13 MP? So, yeah, that's a thing. Plus, we got new characters. We've actually got all Heartless at some point. Yeah, it was the jet balloon, because we finally defeated him. Because that destroyed Behemoth we had quite a while ago. A greater Behemoth subspecies, which doesn't make much sense, to be honest, because it's like, extraordinary strength unparalleled to that of the Behemoth. However, despite its appearance and size, it shares the same weaknesses as the standard archetype. Which still had about half a bar less than the original Behemoth. It's a bit odd, really. It's funny how the Behemoth's, like, still counted, and yet there's only one you can fight. It's kind of weird. And the Sneak Army, because it was also a different subtype. Which is weird. Now that we've caught up with that, we've got tons of money, so we can actually go buy some stuff downstairs, actually. So let me go back and do that. Actually, no, I better not, because if we do need more Orichalcums, I'll need to buy some, because you can't get them as drops in this version of the game. In Final Mix versions, you have to buy them, if you need any more, or if you want any more. Which I do kind of prefer a bit, but I do believe that in the non-Final Mix versions, Behemoths drop them, and you can only fight them for drops in End of the World, so... Just start from the beginning and go through the whole entire level. But hey, we now have literally all of the materials that we need to make everything else. So, I will tell you this right now. Getting those Serenity powers from the pink Agaricus wasn't as bad as I thought. I had a really good loadout where the mushrooms kept spawning all the time. The only thing that was annoying me is the drops. I think I once got up to 70 hits. And the first 40, 50, and 60 hits are like 10% chance, and then 70, 80, 90 are like a 20% chance or something stupid. I didn't get it for 3 10% and 1 20%. And then at one point, I got 2 in one go. Because I hit the milestone twice, and it procced twice, so... I don't know. Anyway, Mega Elixir, let's make that. Power Up, let's make that. Cosmic Arts, let's make that. And a ribbon, let's make that. We have made everything, and that's another achievement right there. We got 30 made. We've got one more achievement to get from this, but before we go make the rest of the stuff, let's go see what we've just made. So we have a ribbon and a... I forget what it was called already. God damn it. Cosmic Arts, I think it was. Yeah, greatly raises HP, MP, and AP, so it's basically a better Moogle badge. So that is really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally 1 defense down, 1 AP down, but HP and MP, like HP up by like, how much is that? 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. So that's quite a lot actually. Wow, that's like 9. 2 MP and 9 HP. I can't scoff at that at all. But the ribbon, it reduces all elemental damage by 20%. Doesn't do anything else except for that. That is pretty good considering. It also gives 2 defense, which it doesn't actually make any mention of. So if we don't want AP, that is definitely the thing that we want to have. So definitely the best thing. And we can make them. So Cosmic Arts, that's something I'm really looking at right now. White Fang, what does that do? I'll lose 1 point of attack and defense, but I'll gain literally everything else, which is really good. So the White Fang might be going. The Crystal Crown's obviously going to be a downgrade. I can't really lose an AP, so I think the White Fang is going to have to go. It's just strength, defense, and AP. Yeah, give me the Cosmic Arts. I want it. Alright, so that's just more magic in general. Donald. Moogle badge here, but that's 1 point of magic lowered, but everything else goes up, but that's not really what we want. The ribbon. MP goes down, so we don't really want to mess with the Royal Crown. HP and defense. He's got no oh, he has got resistances from the Royal Crown. Okay, fair enough. Let's just have a little quick flick around. Unlike last time, I'm probably going to be leaving this in because that's pretty much what we're going to be doing this episode. So, Donald's fine. Goofy, I want to try and lower his max AP if possible. Considering that the Holy Circlet gives him fire, ice, and lightning damage, but gives him AP, I feel like he might actually be the perfect person to give the ribbon to. Because he doesn't need the AP. And that levels off his defense, which will be super helpful for his MP giving abilities. So, yeah, the ribbon is definitely what I'm looking at right now, but might go something else. I mean, he doesn't need more HP. MP's not really a necessity, but it would be nice as well. I mean, that's defense and MP. Well, that's just defense, and that gives 1 point less, but it gives him magic. So, well, the same goes for any of this, really. I mean, I could just go for the rune amulet and just level it off so it's not so high. But Goofy doesn't need magic most of the time. He doesn't even use it. Oh, there's something I forgot to change off screen. It's the settings that I had for their attacks for the pink Agaricus. I'll have to change that in a moment. Actually, I'll need to change my shortcuts as well. I need to change everything in that mode. Yeah. Well. I mean, the Holy Circlet, if I get rid of that, he'll lose his fire, ice, and lightning resistances, so I might as well just give him the ribbon. But then he'll have strength and defense here, which he doesn't really need, so I could probably swap that as well afterwards. So, yeah, what we'll do is that we'll take the Holy Circlet and we'll swap it for the ribbon. Then we will go for the Raven's Claw, because he's got all resistances already, so he doesn't really need this. What can we replace this for? Because it's just, other than that, it's just strength and defense, so... I mean, nothing's actually looking very tantalizing at the moment. I mean, the Ifrit belt is just going to give him more stats in general. It might be a one of these rings, actually. His strength will go down a tad, but his MP will go up by 1. I might just give him the Magic Amulet, because I don't really need him to have a lot of defense and stuff. Well, his defense won't go down if I give him the Rune Amulet. His MP will go up pretty high if I give him the Atlas Amulet, but I might want to have that just in case for tailoring Sora, in case if I need it. So, I think I'm going to go with the Rune Amulet there. MP and defense. So that's HP, strength, and defense, which he doesn't really need. And plus, the Moogle badge is technically a lot better than that anyway. Plus, I'll give him AP, but I don't really want AP. He doesn't need MP. That's the thing. But I don't really think I can tailor him any more than what I have. He might just have to stay as he is. I mean, his base HP is 78, which is still pretty high. I mean, if it's an overall upgrade, I might as well just slap it on. I mean, what was closer? The Moogle badge. He'll lose a lot of defense and strength, so that's probably not a good idea. Master Earring, that's AP and defense. Moogle badge again. Nah, I don't think I can actually do anything else. I think this is exactly how I want it. Yep. Alright, so Goofy's weapon's still the Defender. We still got that second one that I'll be selling at some point, but since we haven't lost any money, not really that big of a problem there. Thank God they actually do have worth. He's got the best, yeah, Donald's got the best weapon as well. We've got the Divine Rose, which is our strongest weapon in terms of physical strength, so that's fine. Alright, so we've just shot up in stats. Everyone has, effectively. I think Goofy lost a little bit of HP, but that's not too big of an issue. He's got an extra magic point now, so he's going to be a lot more helpful. But now we've got the final 3 items, and you want these items. Oh no, I need 2 more Dark Matters! Hang on. I can't fuse any. I need wait. I only need to make 2. I only need Lucid Shards. That means I only need to grind up on Shadows. So I could just go to Wonderland or something. Okay, this ain't too bad. Okay, I miscalculated. I'm missing 2 Dark Matters. I thought I had enough. I don't. But we can get the 2 weapons for Donald and Goofy right now. We got the Phantasista, which, as you can see, I just barely have enough to actually make it. Is that going to affect anything here? Stormy Stone, Serenity Power, Mr. Goof, Thunder Gem. No, they don't share anything, because these 2 weapons need all the stones from the Final Mix exclusive enemies, and I believe these 2 weapons are Final Mix exclusive anyway. Ultimate Weapon, however, is not, but it does have stats exclusive to Final Mix. It kind of had a bit of a change in between the 2 games. Of course, Ultimate Weapon's going to be the pain, but let's make these 2 weapons quickly. So we've got the Phantasista, and we've got the 7 Elements. And that, I believe, means that we now have all weapons for Donald? I'm a moron. I completely forgot to pick up a weapon when we got all our upgraded magics from, when we finished off the Hades Cup first time. It's because I've been doing all my grinding, I completely forgot. Don't worry, we'll be able to get that trophy in a moment. We're missing one staff, but I know exactly where it is now. I just remembered. I mean, it's actually kind of obvious because I don't have a certain item that Goofy has. But yes, we have the Fantasista, a staff that focuses solely on magic. Raises max MP by 3. This thing looks trippy and pretty awesome. But it's pretty much Donald's version of the Diamond Dust. 3 strength, 3 MP boost. Considering that the Wizard's Relic gives MP by 2 as well as Save the Queen, which also has a strength of 13, if you really need that extra magic point and you just want Donald to focus on magic attacks only, this will probably be better, since you won't be using your strength that much and you'll just be whacking enemies for charge. But I'm still sticking with Save the Queen. There was a weapon that I completely forgot to get. I'll check that out in a moment. Once again, we have basically Goofy's version of the Diamond Dust. 7 elements. A shield that focuses solely on magic. Raises max MP by 3. So, this, well, other than the Defender, which is technically his best shield at this point, because it's a strength 13 with an MP of 1, which, you know, is just basically double what the Dream Shield is, despite the typo. Obviously, in normal, non-Final Mix versions, that with the Dream Shield actually has a plus of a Defender with the extra MP. But you have a strength of 4, but you still gain 3 MP. Remember that the Defender gives us 1, so that's a 2 on plus, so that's not a typo. But yeah, it's just literally a bunch of all the elements fused in one. You know, I always thought that that was actually given due to having all of the arts and not the Dream Shield, because it is literally one of every spell element, and yet you only put in 4 different stones. I feel like the Dream Shield and the 7 elements should be swapped. So I need to go grind on a few shadows, which can easily be one-shots. That's not that big of an issue. However, we need to make a stop to Merlin. Once you have all Gar level magics, talk to Merlin. This is the final thing that we need to come back here for. Wow, this is quite impressive. Here's something for your effort. The Dream Rod. Yep, we've come full circle. One of the weapons that we could have started off with in our dive to the heart is now Donald's final staff. He's got all the staffs in the game. That is an achievement right there. And yes, you have to buy all the ones in the store for it to count. Let's have a look at this weapon, which is probably not going to be as good as Save the Queen, because funnily enough, we got that way earlier. And in fact, if you just go through the Hades Cup before leaving, you'll get to Save the Queen before getting the Dream Rod. But the Dream Rod is only a strength of 5 and raises max MP by 2. Not exactly the best stuff, even in the late game before going into the Hades Cup in order to get the last of the strong magic upgrades. Because if you did your grinding, you would have the Wizard's Relic beforehand, and it's literally exactly the same, but with more reach and 3 additional power on top. But with that, Donald has all of his staffs. We don't need to worry about his weapons anymore. All we need now is Goofy's ultimate weapon, which, well, Donald's got Save the Queen. Sora needs his ultimate weapon, but that is not going to be his final Keyblade, just so you know. It's supposed to be, but I'd rather have that Keyblade in order to get the other one, because it is locked behind a certain thing. But I need to go grinding yet again, because I miscounted. I need, like, what? A bunch of lucid shards, so this is going to be ridiculous. Okay, while fighting, I noticed I can lock onto this flower. What the heck? I did not know I could do that. That's a mithril shard right there. Okay. I just learned something new. I didn't think I could. Either that or I do not remember interacting with that before. Well, luckily I caught that on camera. Alright, we are back and we have enough in order to make 2 more Dark Matters. I got 1 additional, that doesn't really matter. There we are. Didn't even need any more Gales. I didn't need to grind anymore. Just had to go to the end of the world to get what's needed. And now we finally have enough to make the final item in the workshop. I'm not entirely too sure if you can make Ultimate Weapon again. I think it locks you out from actually doing that. But you can still make Fantasista and 7 Elements again, but there's not really any point. But we have, quite literally, the Ultimate Weapon. That's an achievement for us. All synthesis items are complete. We don't need to go grinding anymore for that. Considering that we're level 79, we're actually quite close to max level. Max level's 100. So, yeah, 21 levels. That's probably going to have to be something that I'm going to have to grind upon, but I might be doing that off screen because I can just flash something else on that will cover the whole lot. But, let's have a look at our ultimate weapon. The Ultimate Keyblade raises max MP by 2 and possesses maximum power and attributes. And it's also the longest Keyblade. In non-final mix versions, I believe it has a strength of 12. So, I believe that gives Oblivion a bit of an edge, I believe. But, other than that, we get 2 MP upon Divine Rose's 13. So, we get 1 strength from Divine Rose, and we get magic for it. Classes out the Lady Luck completely. And, well, Diamond Dust you don't really need unless you really want that additional magic point. It looks like a sword with a very nice wavy pattern around the blade. A literal sword. A blade. Hawooski! Look how long this is! Looks awesome. And that's pretty much what we went all the way through that for. Right, we've got some money, so before we finish off this episode, because I don't know how long the montage is going to be for synthesis farming or whatnot, we got money to spend. So let's see what we can buy here that we do not have right now. We don't actually have an ability stud or an obsidian ring, so I guess I could just quickly slap those in my inventory. This is me just being a stickler for having everything. Chaos ring, why not? We'll get all the cheap ones at least. Bottega chain, we never got one of those, so that's maybe a little bit on the salty side. Blizzaga ring, same, we never got any one of those. I can only buy one of the gun bands. So what gun would I like? I guess I would get the fire gun band. If I have enough money later on for grinding, I will purchase the last 2 of these. Because we pretty much bought everything. You don't need all the accessories. That's just me wanting every accessory for a change. Because I've never actually done it. So that's just something personal. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to do for this video. That sounds kind of weird because I've been recording for 40 minutes, but it feels only like 20 because I had to go grind for those lucid shards I didn't expect I would need for the dark matters because I thought I had enough. But then I forgot that I actually do need to fuse a few. By the way, someone's got more HP than Goofy now. I just noticed that. We got way more HP than Goofy. What have we got equipped that's doing that? It's probably the Cosmic Arts and the Crystal Crown. That's crazy. So yeah, we've really come a long way. That grinding for materials has bumped up our experience quite considerably. And I apologise if it's another grindy episode, but that's kind of what we need to do in order to make progress and stuff. But in the next episode, guys, we're going to go back to Olympus Coliseum, and we're going to take on the time trial of the Hades Cup. Yep, technically more grinding, but that's going to be a speed-up montage, because we're not only going to be doing that, but we're going to take out that additional match that we haven't taken out yet, that was right underneath the gold match against the Ice Titan. If you know what that is, then that's some reason to be excited for. That's why I went out of my way for this weapon. See you guys then.